Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel for another video. So I have been wanting to do a video to show you guys how I set up my budget and how I use my Erin Condren Deluxe monthly planner for my budgeting. I have recently switched budgeting styles and am now using this planner solely for my budgeting purposes, so I'm not decorating the months like I do in my life planner, just because, you know, I am just using it for budgeting. I don't need to disorganize it with a bunch of stickers when I'm only wanting to use it for my budgeting and my budgeting purposes. So I just wanted to come in here and show you guys exactly how I use it for budgeting, just to give you guys some ideas. I've had a few comments about this, just asking me what exactly I do. So this is May's, obviously. I just did a video on setting this one up and my May budget. So I'm going to just kind of emphasize a little bit more and go into more detail about how I use it. And I'm going to set up my June one quick for you guys. So what I do is you could either see it one of two ways. You could either say that, you know, after the monthly spread, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pages of notes, or you could say you have 4, and then this page of notes goes with the next month, which according to the color scheme, that's how it is. So you can see green is a color, or June is a green color scheme. Well, so is this notes page, where if you back up, these ones here are the orange, which go with the May color scheme. So that is how I go by. So this notes page goes with June. So to start off my month, I always like to use to do my June budget on the beginning of the month. So for that, these are my own sticker kits. I do sell these on Etsy. The link is in the description below. And I cannot explain to you guys how in love I am with this pattern. I love, love, love the dark navy blue that goes with the light pink that then tie in this really beautiful floral. I just love it. It is so pretty. So what I do first is I'm going to set up this side for my June budget. And I'm not going to fill anything out. That will come in a later video that I do a budget with me towards the end of May. But I just wanted to lay it out so you guys can see exactly how I use, whoa, I almost ripped that, exactly how I use this planner and how I just lay all my stickers out and whatnot. And if you are interested in this planner or any other planners, I do have a referral code in the link or in the description below. And if you use that, you do get $10 off of your first Erin Condren order. Okay, so you just use a large washi. And so I sell the washi strip, the large washi strips separately. And then, so this would be the June budget. So what I do is I just lay down these June budget script stickers on top of that large washi. There we go. So now the first part of my budget would be my income. So I'm just going to lay this down directly under that large washi. So then what I'm going to do is I will then, when I'm filling this out, I will then come in here and write down my different income sources, what I budget them at, what they end up actually being, and then if it is below or under budget, I will add that in here. And you can, this is completely customizable. So if you only have one income source, you can put this washi here. I have 3 that I like to use, so I allow for 3 spaces, and then I add in my income totals washi. And then the next part of my monthly budget would be the expenses. And so I usually just like to skip one space. Again, you can do whatever you want to do. So add this in, and then same thing. I'm going to list out all of my June expenses, what I budget them at, and then come back in at a later date, put what their actual is, and then if I was above or under budget, and then I would go in and put my total expenses washi down at the bottom, and then I also have here total budgeted savings and then total actual savings, which you can use as well. I'm not going to put that expenses total in here yet, even though my stickers are removable. I just don't want to, I want to make sure I leave enough lines before I put that in, so I'm going to hold off on putting that one in for now. But that's how I do the very first page of the month. I always like to start with my June budget. So now the next spot, so we open it up and we have the monthly spread here. I obviously don't have anything to lay down here to actually show you guys, so I'm going to go back to May. I'm having a heck of a time with this coil here. Okay, maybe that'll work. So I'm going to go back to May. Nope, that didn't work. And show you guys what I do here. So what I do is I always lay down all of my paydays. So I get paid every Friday from my regular full-time job. So I have those payday script stickers in here. This is a payday from my part-time bookkeeping job that I do. So that is laid out there. And then I have my Etsy paydays are on Mondays. So I have those laid out, and then my YouTube payday is on the 21st, once a month, so I have that laid out. And then, so after I get my paydays laid down, then I like to go in and lay down my bill due stickers. So I have icon stickers for some of them, which include my Western Federal credit card, my Walmart credit card, and my Capital One credit card. And then I also lay out my, this says cable, but it's actually Hulu for me. And then my car insurance, my phone bill, my car payment, and then my daughter's tumbling. So those are all of my bills that I have due throughout the month. I lay all those out. Now, so I have this little expense tracker legend, and I'll take it out here. So these different colored stickers are different categories. So as you can see, purple spending, yellow's gas, and so on. So what I do with those is I leave this key in the current month that I'm in, that I'm budgeting in. And then what I do is, say on Tuesday the 7th, I put gas in my car and it was $50. So I take one of my expense tracker stickers. I would fill out the name, say I got it at 7-Eleven or something. So I fill out the name of the place that I got that I did the charge for and the amount. And then I would lay this sticker down on the day that I made the purchase, and then I do that for any of them. So any spending that I do, I would come in with the purple stickers. Any groceries that I purchase, I will come in with the pink stickers. So I do this all throughout the month and get those expense tracker stickers laid out in my monthly view. That is essentially all that I use this monthly view for, are the paydays, the bill due stickers, and the expense tracking. So then flip it over and you have two more notes pages. This side here are my weekly check-ins, and this side here are my transactions. So every week when I am doing my weekly check-ins, I will come back to my monthly spread and say we're working with this week here. So this would be, I get paid Friday, and I do my check-ins on Fridays for that week. So it would be Saturday the 4th through Friday the 10th. So I would come in here and see, so maybe I had gas this day, and I had groceries this day, and I had spending this day. So I would take all those expenses and lay them out as transactions in my transaction page. So this has date, amount, category, and then a description of what it was. So maybe I would do May 7th. The amount was $50, the category was gas, and a description I would then put gas or fuel, whatever. Then after I got all those transactions written up here, I would go over to my weekly check-in, and these are divided up by weeks. So there are 5 weeks in May. So we have week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, and week 5. And we would just go in to week 1 and we would put the category. So total for gas. So again, I'm taking, okay, so transactions. So say maybe I have 2 transactions for groceries this week that total $45. So then I'm coming over here and I'm putting, okay, groceries, I spent $45, and then what I have remaining is going to be that whatever I spent minus what I have for my budgeted for the month. So spending was $200. I've spent $45, so I have $155 left over. And then you would write that remaining. So that is what I do here. So I would come in and use this weekly check-in every Friday to just kind of see where I am sitting with my expenses. You know, what am I spending my money on? Can I do better? That's mainly what I'm going to be using it for, just to kind of keep an eye. As I normally didn't track expenses before, I just have a cash envelope with the money in it, which I still have. I'm just actually writing down every single expense, how much it was, what it was for, where it was to, just so I can visually see it. So that is the weekly check-in portion. So what I'm going to do, like I said, that is the 2 pages after the monthly spread. So for this side, for the weekly check-in, I'm going to take one of my large washi and get that laid down. And then we will lay the, now I'm using the weekly check-in kit. So you have weekly check-in script sticker, the 5 weeks, and then the total. So I'm now going to lay this down. Hey, you know what? There's actually only 4. I just noticed this. There's only 4 weeks in Friday. So you don't even need the 5th one. I had this made from May, and then I kind of just changed the the pattern of it. So okay, so we have weekly check-in. The transactions will go over here. And then I'm just going to lay down my washi. So I'm going to take that first week 1 washi and just lay it directly underneath that large washi. There we go. So again, you have weekly, or not weekly. You have week 1, category spent and remaining. And then I am going to, let's see, I'm going to skip spending, gas, groceries, sinking fund. I'm going to skip 5 lines in between each one of these washi. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll lay the next one down. And then for week 3, again, we're skipping 5. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then week 4, be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then skipping 5 again, and then I'll lay down my totals washi. So I'll zoom you guys out. So that is what the weekly check-in looks like. I'll come in here every Friday, fill out my expenses, and then at the end of the month, I will get them all totaled up here. So that's the weekly check-in portion. And then over here is where my transactions for my expenses will go. So again, I'm just going to lay down a large washi. And that's a good thing about these kits, is that, you know, maybe you don't want to do weekly check-ins, and maybe you do have sinking funds, or you don't have sinking funds but you have debt. I do have various different kits, so there's a variable income. Here's just a small washi kit, some script stickers. I also have a debt tracker and a sinking fund tracker. So there's just various different things. You can purchase the large washi strips, the small washi strips, and then kind of customize it to how you budget. Just because, you know, not everybody budgets the same exact way, so you can kind of just purchase the pieces that you need rather than purchasing an entire kit and then, you know, not using half of it and wasting them. So for the transactions page, I laid down the large washi, and then I laid down the script, transaction script word, and now we're just going to lay down the small washi, which has the date, the amount, the category, and the description. And that will be, like I said, we will take the expenses from the week and transfer them over here to transactions, and then total them here in the weekly check-in. Alright, so then flip the page, and now you come to another two notes pages, and this is where I use the sinking funds kit as well as the debt tracker kit. And I do both of these on the same page. So we will start with the sinking funds. So the sinking funds kit just has the script wash, or the script word, the small washi, and the totals washi. So we will lay out these script words. I just love how the blue really pops out from the floral print, but I also cannot get over how well they go together. Okay, so lay down the small washi. So then I myself have 7 sinking funds. So what I do is I skip down 7 lines and put the totals washi on the 8th line. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and we'll put this down on the 8th. So then at the beginning of the month, when I'm doing my budget with me, I come in here, I fill out my categories of sinking funds, which I have car maintenance, personal care, medical, kids, gifts, Christmas, and Sam's Club. So those are my 7 sinking funds. I then write down what the beginning total of the envelope is, and then I write down if I took any out or added any in, what I took out, and what the ending balance is. And then I total everything up down here below at the end of the month. So that is how I use that kit. And then I just go down and put in my debt tracker, and I do skip 1 line. So again with the large washi, and then the debt tracker kit, put on the script word, so then the small washi is going to go right underneath that, and the small washi for the debt tracker has basically the name of the debt, what the beginning balance was, how much you paid throughout the month, and what the ending balance is. And I have 4 different debts, so I just come in with the totals, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and put that there. So I will go in at the beginning of the month, write down all my debts, what their beginning balance is, and then I will go through at the end of the month, write down what I paid on those debts, and then what their ending balance is, and then total those up. So that is how I use that page. And now the last page here, because if you remember, if you turn the page, now you're at the next one, which goes to July. So our July budget will go here. So with this page here, what I use it for is to figure out my debt totals. So what I do with that is basically how much debt I have going into the month of July, and I then take what I had last month, figure it out, so then I can see exactly how much debt I paid off in the month of June. And then on the lower half, I use it for my monthly income report. So basically showing you guys exactly how much income I made for the month of June, and I separate it all out. I show you what I made from my full-time job, what I made from my part-time job, and then what I made from YouTube, Etsy, Erin Condren, my affiliate links, all of those things. So I lay all of those out right there. So that is how I use my deluxe monthly planner for Erin Condren to budget. I really enjoy having just one specific planner for all of my budgeting in. I did not start that way. When I first started budgeting, I did everything in one planner, but then as I got more in depth into YouTube and Etsy, I realized that I needed more room, I needed more space, so then I decided to have the life planner for all of my planning and to-dos, and then the deluxe monthly for all of my budgeting. If you saw any of the stickers in the video that you liked and that you might want to purchase, I do have them for sale in my Etsy shop. Every sticker that you saw here, including the tracker, are my own, and I do have them all listed in my Etsy shop. I'll post the link in the description below, but I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this video helped you and maybe inspired you to maybe change up the way you budget, or, you know, use the notes pages in your deluxe monthly planner a little more, I guess, make them more practical, and I don't know, better for you to use. Maybe you didn't know what to do with them, and maybe this gives you a little inspiration on how to use them. If you liked this video, please give it a big thumbs up, and if you have not subscribed but you like what you saw, I would love to have you as a subscriber, and then hit that notification bell so you never miss out on a new video, and I will catch you all in my next video. Bye!